not late. That's 10 points for us.
Darling, we're not on opposing teams.
Well, we were the last time he came home.
Well, he was just getting over a difficult time.
He's retribution for my sins.
Whoa, he's my son.
I know, and I do love him. Because you love him, and I love you, and he loves you, and everybody loves everybody.
You're wonderful.
Try and say that a little less amazed, will you? I need it for my ego.
Well, you are wonderful.
I know it. I'm also terrified.
You know he's only 13 years old?
Do you realize that 13 years is a complete life cycle for some species?
Don't be silly. He's only a child.
He's Rasputin, risen from the dead.
Stop it.
It's a joke.
It's not funny.
Yeah, you're a little scared yourself, aren't you? Well, that's comforting.
Sorry, darling. You know I don't like to drive if I don't have to.
How are you, Robert?
Fine, thank you, sir.
This must be Stuart Parker, eh?
Stu. This is Mr. Hamilton. This is my mother. Wowee.
Well, you what?
You're the most beautiful human being I've ever seen. Outside the movies.
Thank you, Stuart.
Stu.
I'm sorry. Stu.
Come on, I'm Triple Park. Anyway, we gotta get the luggage.
Come on, Stu.
Few.
You must have to pinch yourself about 50 million times a day to remind yourself you're living in the 20th century. I mean, this is totally unreal.
You fellas go on inside. I'll take care of these.
I'll take mine.
It's all right, I got it.
I'll take it.
Hello. Welcome home again, Robert.
Thank you, Laura. It's nice to be home.
We'll see if there's anything more in the car.
Just one more bag in there, Laura.
Think you're not too fond of your stepfather.
He's not my stepfather. He's Mr. Hamilton.
He's married to your mother, isn't he?
For the moment. Feel this. Feel that balance. My father knew more about guns than any living person. Sure had a lot of them. I've got all his stuff in here. His books, his papers, his bridge design, his hunting trophies, and all of his guns. I don't let anyone fool with them.
Hey, it's loaded. How come it's loaded?
He said you had to keep a gun ready to use. He said you never knew when you had
to keep them all loaded? I mean, that's crazy. Did he?
It's not crazy. It's just being prepared.
I think I'll go upstairs.
Wait. You haven't seen everything yet. See that? He built that bridge on the Sacramento. And that one there? That's the one he was killed on.
On his own bridge? Wow.
He wasn't driving. My mother was.
Oh.
And that one. It's on the Columbia River. It's about the biggest he ever built. He built them all over the country. It's beautiful. Hey, and this
I
one,
really have to go to the
it's
bathroom.
in the South, in Louisiana. It was a real tough bridge to build because there was a delta there. He had to put pilings down 30 feet, even though the bridge itself...
Hey, fellas. Laura says there's some cold chicken in the refrigerator.
I didn't hear you knock.
I'm really hungry.
I haven't finished showing him the things in here.
Well, if he's your guest and he's hungry...
He's not that hungry.
Come on, Stu. I'll show you where the kitchen is.
I thought you said he was my guest.
I'd get killed if I talked to my folks like you talk to yours.
Mr. Hamilton. What's Mr. Hamilton? Doesn't matter what you say to a bug, does it? He's a bug, that's all. Something to be gotten rid of eventually. When he gets too annoying.
Well, leave me out of it this time, huh?
Can't afford to, can I?
Thank you.
He has a kind of peculiar relationship with Stu, don't you think? I mean, this master-slave thing. You wonder why Stu even puts up with it.
Well, he isn't as smart as Robert. The smartest children are always the bossiest. And you needn't make it sound as if there's anything wrong with it.
Aren't we defensive today?
But he hasn't been here one day, and you're already saying nasty things about him.
He's a nasty little kid.
See?
You lose your sense of humor every time he comes home. You notice that?
I haven't noticed you're saying anything riotously funny either.
Well, I wonder who it is you see every time he comes home. Who you hear. Obviously not the same boy I do.
Darling, he may be just unhappy.
He's more than just unhappy.
Then mixed up. A lot of people are mixed up these days.
Elaine, come on.
Well, then, all right. He's difficult. I grant you that. He resents you. We knew that this was going to happen. And we knew that we were going to have to use a little patience.
It's already been a year.
And he has shown some progress. I see it.
He used to suffer silently. Now he's openly hostile.
I have never seen that once. So he does speak up once in a while. It's better to get your feelings out, isn't it? Oh, darling, please don't give up. He needs a father like you. Someone to make him understand that there's more to being a man than just dominating everyone. He needs you, not a psychiatrist. Please try.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm unpacking.
Get out of here. I don't want you in here. I thought we settled that last time.
I'm only trying to help you, Robert.
Didn't I tell you what I'd do to you?
Yes, you told me. A knife, you said.
Oh, I meant it. Every word.
What if I tell your mother all this?
You know what if. She'd never believe you in a million years. Now, who asked you to come in here? Mr. Hamilton? What's he doing? Paying you to snoop?
I wasn't snooping, Robert.
Oh, servant snoop. That's what my father said.
Your father had a lot of misconceptions.
Get out of here. Get out of here now, and don't you ever say anything against my father. Ever.
I can't stop thinking that not so long ago, you were my baby. And a good baby, too. ¡Ay, escuincle! ¡Tonto! ¡Eres un tonto!
Killed Snoopy old Laura with a paperweight. But I probably left too many clues.
Oh, hi, Stu. Come on in. You don't have to wait for an invitation around here.
Just took another look at that tree. You know, that's the prettiest tree I've ever seen, bar none. Really.
Stu, would you like to help us finish up? Just the ribbons.
Okay, but I'm not very good at stuff like that. I mean, I'm really pretty clumsy.
Well, you just put your finger right there.
Sure seems funny doing all this Christmas stuff without it being all, you know, cold and messy outside.
Well, it's one of the mixed blessings of California.
Now, would you like to try another one?
Sure. Where?
Right?
Yeah. We might found a new vocation.
Do your parents live abroad, Stu?
My father lives in Greece. My mother lives in San Francisco.
Oh, that's not so far.
Well, you know how people are. Some of them like to have kids around. Some of them don't.
Well, we do, and we were very happy that you came home with Robert for the vacation. We love having you. Do you go to San Francisco during the summertime?
No, I got to camp. School in the winter, camp in the summer. I have my summer stuff in a trunk in the basement at school so I can get erect. If there's any gap, stay with the headmaster.
You must like him very much.
Sure seems funny wrapping all this stuff up just to rip it open again.
Hey, would you like to take the grand tour before dinner?
Sure, that'd be great, Mr. Hamilton.
Come on. Bet you think Robert would have already showed you around by now. You won't believe the acreage we've got here. I don't know what he's doing up there all this time, but I don't guess it matters, huh?
Trading in his diary.
Robert keeps a diary?
Sure, so do I. We write everything down. It's good practice. We're gonna work in a crime desk at the New York Times when we finish school.
Oh? Is the Times aware of that?
If they won't give us a job, we're gonna go to Hollywood and write horror movies. Stuff like Count Trevor and his bloody ooze. You know, Trevor's Robert spelled backwards.
And what's use?
Stu, naturally, spelled backwards. Walked right into that one, didn't you?
Yeah, I guess I did. You room with Robert?
I might next semester. He doesn't have a roommate since Johnny Spence left, and there's 3 in our room. The headmaster said he thought I ought to move in with Robert anyway, since we spend all our time together.
You don't want to?
Sure I do. Robert and I are good friends. Best friends.
Where did Johnny Spence go? Johnny Spence.
Oh, Seattle. Wow, there sure is some pretty nice place you have here. What's that, the stables?
Right, that's the next stop.
How many horses do you have?
Oh, 15 or 20. They're not mine, though. They belong to Robert's father. You want to know the truth? I rarely go down there. I don't know. I don't like horses very much. They don't like me.
No kidding? I'm scared to death of horses myself.
Well, that's great. You say there's a long walk going down here. Come on, there's a lot of other things to see.
It's bad for my image to admit to something like that. I mean, I like everything else I'm supposed to like. Football, soccer, hockey.
What about Robert? Does he participate in things like that? I mean, games and all? Is he any good at it?
Football, no. Games, yes. Hey!
I need to talk to you right now in my room.
Okay, but did you have to jump out like that? Kids can get heart attacks, you know. I read about a kid who got a heart attack.
Someday somebody's gonna teach you to keep your big mouth shut.
This is your best friend?
Come on.
Where's Stu?
Oh, Robert wanted to talk to him. They went upstairs.
Mrs. Hamilton, dinner's ready.
Thank you, Laura. The boys are upstairs.
Mr. Hamilton, I have to be in the kitchen. I have something on the